morning, everyone. I am student teacher of Army Institute of Education. Today, topic is maxim of language teaching. Introduction. Teaching is an art and a science. Teacher require two things: knowledge and process of teaching. In actual classroom, teacher required to manage the class with experience and decision in form of maxims. For successful and effective teaching, teacher must know and use maxim of teaching. Maxim of teaching. Maxim are nothing but simple guidelines or principles which help the teacher to take decision and act accordingly during the teaching process. Maxims are experience of experienced teacher. These maxims are reliable and are universally applicable. According to Richard, teachers' maxims appear to reflect cultural factor, belief system, experience, training, and the understanding of which maxims teachers give priority and how they influence teacher. Practice is an important goal in teacher development. Number one, from known to unknown, from simple to complex, from seen to unseen, from concrete to abstract, from particular to general, from whole to part, from indefinite to definite, from psychological to logical, from empirical to rational. This maxim states that the new knowledge to be given to people must be logically linked with their previous knowledge. The maxim facilitates learning process and economizes the efforts of the teacher and the thought. It won't be and to say that this maximum is an indispensable part of teaching learning process. It is a natural method of learning. Known is trustworthy and unknown cannot be trusted. So while teaching, we should proceed from known and go towards unknown. For example, buying and selling known, profit and loss unknown. From simple to complex. In this process of teaching learning, the teacher should see those simple things are presented first to the student. That way they will start taking an interest. Once they become interested, gradually complex type of things can also be learned by them. By learning simple things, they feel encouraged and they also gain confidence. On this basis, they become further respective to the complex matter. What is simple in teacher view is not necessarily simpler for students. It can be vice versa too. Thus, keeping in view student ability, attitude, and interest, simple tasks should be fixed. For example, first simple interest and then compound interest. From concrete to abstract. Concrete things are solid things and they can be visualized and verified by five senses. But abstract things are only imaginative things and are therefore difficult to understand. Application of this maxim helps the learner and understand the material more easily. Some power of imagination also develops in them. An able and skilled teacher educator can employ this maxim of teaching in the following: live demonstration of different teaching skills before people teacher, demonstration and instruments used in psychology laboratory, science laboratory, ICT laboratory, art and craft, etc. For example, teach first sun, moon and star. Then teach planet, sunlight, etc. Journal. From particular statement, specific concept or subject matter to more generalized principle. For example, the sum of all angles in triangle is 3600 general. In all the triangle, the sum of all angles are 3600 particular. From psychological to logical. While teaching, the teacher should first keep in mind the interest, aptitude, capacity, development level, etc. of the children during the selection of subject matter and then on its logical arrangement. Individual difference of the learner should also be kept in mind. This maximum states that the sequence of teaching process should be psychological followed by logical. If the teaching process is not in the logical order, its organization is not symptomatic. The entire teaching process will become either empirical to rational. Empirical knowledge is based on verified observer experience. It is based on result and observation. Rational knowledge is based on reason and logic. Only reasoning and reflection can be used as evidence to prove. For example, rules and norms is empirical and values and ethics is rational. In the inductive approach, we start from particular example and establish general rules through the active participation of the learner. In the deductive approach, we assume a definition, a general rules or formula or apply it to particular example. Teaching should proceed from induction to deduction. Of teaching. Number one, simplify the process of teaching. Joyful teaching and learning environment, purposeful teaching to create creativity among students, to analyze by students, to develop scientific attitude, learning by doing, to develop critical thinking.